I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here.
In Flanders Field, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field. Take up our quarrel with the foe to you. From failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Field.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for narrow ways of grain, for purple mountain majesties, honor of fruit and plain. America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Ever since there was a Lake Bluff, husbands, brothers, and sons of Lake Bluff families have laid down their lives at the nation's call to defend our freedom. Civil War fatalities from Lake Bluff include George W. Miller, Lewis Miller, John H. Miller, and Harry W. Ostranger. World War I fatalities from Lake Bluff include Fred Basil, M. Martin Johnston.
World War II fatalities from Lake Bluff include William R. Barlow, Richard Hickman III, Gavin McCarthy, William Rich Jr., David T. Smithson, James Whitney Northrop Jr. Vietnam War fatalities from Lake Bluff include Ellis G. Bohan, Paul Matson.
Today we salute these men with ties to Lake County who have died in war zones in the last 7 years. In 2003, Army Specialist Uday Singh from Lake Forest. In 2004, Army Sergeant Donald Farmer from Zion. Army Specialist Jamie Moreno from Round Lake Beach. Army Specialist Wellesley Wells from Libertyville. Marine Private Jeffrey Morris from Gurnee, and Army Major Paul Severson III from Lake Zurich.
In 2005, Marine Lance Corporal Sean Maher from Gages Lake. Army Second Lieutenant Matthew Kotu, a Lake Forest High School student. Army Captain Benjamin Jansky from Waukegan. Army First Lieutenant David Giamo from Waukegan. Army Sergeant First Class James Oshner from Waukegan. Army Private Anthony Alex Gonke from Gurnee. Army Captain 2006 Army Captain James Mahaffey from Gurnee, Marine Sergeant Edward Davis III from Waukegan, Army Sergeant Terry Lisk from Fox Lake, Army Sergeant Jason Denfund, husband of Gurnee native Melissa Sanzoni.
And in 2007, Army Captain Keith Nurburg, husband of a Round Lake teacher, Army Corporal Jason John Hernandez from Highland Park, Marine Lance Corporal Matthew Medikoff from Waukegan. In 2008, Army Sergeant John M. Penich, Beach Park, Army Sergeant First Class Gary Vasquez from Round Lake. And in 2009, Army Sergeant Robert Weinger from Round Lake Beach. In 2010, Army Sergeant Richard Jordan from Antioch, and Army Specialist Joseph Dimlock from Wildwood.
Salute the dead.